Dude, I haven't done this in so long. Like, legitimately, it's been like...
When was the last time?
I posted in June, was the last podcast to go live. I feel like a failure.
So you had July go by.
July and August, and I didn't record a single ting. Not one drizzy ting, bro.
Bro, that's a whole 2 months.
Bro, I know. I took the whole summer off, but work has been crazy, and your boy's like on that finding a daily job grind. Also, like, I'm trying to... I spoke about this in like a past episode. There was like you know, like, I've told you this a bunch of times. Like, I'm trying to move out. Mm-hmm. That shit is it's a struggle.
It must be stressful.
New York City right now is looking like dick. You got fucking the mayor. He's like putting more subway, like, because you know, like the shootings and the violence that happens on the subway.
It's real bad.
It's real bad. And the mayor's over here putting more cops on the subway, and those cops are arresting street vendors and fucking subway performers instead of actually getting after those crazy maniacs.
Yeah, for the actual bad boys.
You know that Asian woman that got pushed off the tracks?
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened with that?
There were two cops on the platform the day that happened. And like, I understand, like, all right, in the defense of like any police officers that were on the platform or just police officers in general, if you're standing there, it's not like you're the fucking Flash. It's not like Barry Allen is like a sergeant for the NYPD. He's not about to run at light speed to intercept that fucking crazy person, right?
No, he's gonna assess the situation.
Like, you got to react to it. It's not like you can anticipate it.
Yeah.
And you don't know where he was on the platform. But the funny thing is, like, after it happened, the cops aren't even the ones who caught that crazy bastard. It was a fucking random like shop owner on like the top level. So when he ran out, he caught, like, some guy caught him. It was like a good Samaritan, which is like nuts. Anyways, I'm trying to find a new job, which is stressful as fuck. Do you like interviewing?
I don't. I mean, what do you actually, in a way, I mean, depends on who's interviewing. Like, who
you could have a real dickhead that just fucks everything up.
Yeah, who's being like very like straightforward and like asks you to, like, you know, be specific about your answers and all that. Mm-hmm. But there's like, for the job I just got a couple months ago working for now, like, it was very like low key. They was asking like what my interests are and like kind of like what my experiences. So it was fine. Like, they weren't like drilling me with like hardcore questions.
Yeah. Like answer formulas and shit like that.
Yeah.
Or answer questions.
They don't have like, you know, a little like checklist. Like, oh, this if he doesn't answer this question properly, he ain't getting it.
He's outie 3000. What was I gonna say? So for like interviewing and stuff, what do you say for that question? Like, tell me about yourself. Like, that is like the most hardest, I hate that.
Most cliche question.
I hate that. I have like a set formula I run through every single time.
Yeah.
And I think it's like foolproof. I mean, it's not anything like groundbreaking, but I always say school, degree, and then I go into first major career experience, and then like major career milestone since that moment. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. That's what you're supposed to do, right? But people are like, I'm into video games and movies and shit. Like, what am I supposed to...
It's hard. Like, when someone asks you, like, tell me about yourself, it's, like, hard to describe it that way, like, in general. But when you break it down in terms of, like, what do you do for your hobbies? How do you describe yourself, like, in terms of personality, like, in 3 words? And you kind of go off of that. So if you, like, kind of break it down, it kind of makes it easier.
Yeah.
But it's... When someone asks you that, it's very overwhelming because you don't want to, like, off the bat, you want to come off as like some boring ass lame dude. It's like,
you need to be engaging and interesting for the interviewer.
So you want to make person. Yeah, so you want to make sure you have that really good first impression.
100%. The only reason I'm asking this is, like, we were talking about this off camera. I just literally today finished an interview. That dude had me talking I was talking for like it lasted 28 minutes. No kizzy. I was speaking, like, I was talking.
Did you get a break?
Nah, bro. Like, I was talking for like 25 of those 28 minutes, like, total time. Like, I just would not stop talking.
So, like, who was interviewing you? Like, it
was a younger guy. It was a younger guy. I think he was he was like the initial interview. So he's like the screener, I think it's what it's called. And homeboy was real cool, real nice. He was working remote, like, as most places are, right? And not you, unfortunately, RIP. But like, he, in the background, you could see his bed, and it was like unmade. And I'm like, and he's wearing like a backwards hat, super lax, like super laid back. I'm like, all right, bet. I think I could get behind this company culture, because like, if he doesn't have to, just don't like working in a place that has like sticks up their asses. I don't think any person does nowadays. But
yeah, people are like to take things too seriously, and they're like, I mean, obviously to take things seriously, it's like, you know, your professional work environment, but
shit like you gotta polish your shoes.
Yeah, like, see that shit like that.
Gotta have a pocket square with the pens and shit, like calculator, wristwatch and shit. Like,
get out of here with that extra shit.
3-piece suit. Fucking Jesus.
I mean, unless you're fucking Jeff Bezos out here.
Jeff Bezos Bezos out here wearing tank tops. He's all daddied up now, like fucking ripped ass arm. You see this motherfucker? He looks like Geodude from fucking Pokemon, bro. He's bald and just got big ass arms, bro.
That's so accurate.
Motherfucker look like Geodude, bro. Holy
Elon
shit.
too. That man dressed up in a cowboy hat with a plain t-shirt and jeans and
These
boots.
dudes are roiding up. I don't know what's going on. All the billionaires nowadays be taking that fucking test. That fucking turkestrone or whatever the fuck, like some crazy ass supplementation. Jeff Bezos is on the super soldier serum that Steve Rogers took in Captain America.
How old is he? He's like in his 50s or something?
Yeah, but he has he's in better shape than me.
He has a body of like a 20-year-old.
Yeah, he's jacked. Daddy Bezos. You didn't see those memes? Daddy Jeff?
Yeah.
This motherfucker Jeffrey. Yo, you know he's adopted? Or not adopted. He was an orphan. Like his biological dad gave him up at birth. Like he don't even know who he is. Imagine doing that.
His biological dad
triggered.
I wouldn't be surprised if I mean, God forbid this, but I don't know if he killed himself or not over that.
No, I don't think he did. I think he was like he owned like a store. And imagine his store goes out of business because of Amazon. Yo, that would be the craziest comeback.
Okay, I like
craziest redemption arc.
That's not foul because he probably deserved it. How are you gonna give up your son like that?
I mean, and like, you know, accidents happen, but yeah, I don't know. You got
that's true. That's true. But
maybe he was gonna be a shitty dad. You don't know.
It's true.
Better. I mean, Jeff definitely.
Imagine giving up like the boy who like started like the greatest,
one of the most profitable companies of all time. But the thing is like, you think he would have done that and achieved all those things if he didn't have that childhood trauma of being like traded for like dirt?
Like. Are you talking about?
I'm gonna offend so many orphans out there by me saying that shit, yo. But it's a joke.
Are you talking about like his like grind and like motivation to like find his way?
Yeah, most people like that most people who are that level, they got something wrong with their clock. Like Elon Musk was bullied OD as a kid.
He was bullied because he actually has a condition. Do you know about that? He has Asperger's.
Yeah, that's why.
But also his dad is like,
but in like a good way.
His dad, he was like some like emerald miner. Back in the day, like the family
like owned, the jewel.
Yeah,
like the dad was in the mines, or he owned a mining company.
I think he owned
a mining company.
Like the mining company.
He don't seem like the type of person to be in the mines.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He seems like the guy was in his chair.
Did you see that?
Making the calls.
Did you see that his dad, Elon's dad, got some like young woman pregnant recently?
I forgot who it was, but it was like,
bro,
whoever it was, it's just messed up.
Bro, and Elon too. He's getting like secretaries pregnant left and right. This motherfucker trying to like, you know how Elon says one of the biggest problems that humanity
is the birth rate.
Yeah, so he's trying to fix that by himself. Man's is handing out sperm left and right like a fucking donor factory, bro. He's out here just like, you got one, I'll give you
get
some.
A baby. You get a baby.
You get nut.
Everyone gets a baby.
Everybody gets some musk nut. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. This guy's bugging. Nah, but honestly, the real reason why I wanted to bring Vishy on, obviously, vibes are always fire. No drinking. We're drinking water today because I don't know if you're down, but I'm going to the gym after this.
Stay hydrated.
You got leg day today? What were you gonna do?
I don't think I'm going to the gym this week. To be honest,
my boy's going to Boston. That's why he got some.
Yeah, going up on Thursday.
Are you going? Okay. If you don't go and try clam chowder, I'm going to be furious with you. You got to try that New England clam chowder. You probably had it, but like from Boston.
Not from Boston though.
Have you ever been to Boston?
Once.
Really?
That was like in February.
What the fuck? I've never been.
It was for my one and only
work outing.
Trip. My only work trip for my last job, which was ass, by the way.
Wait, like was it like they sent you? To do work, or it was like a company like retreat, like to have fun?
No. It was like I had to go there. It was like something in the morning where I had to go do like a coverage test or something, and it was like late. Let me tell you, it was done within 5 minutes.
So you drove. How long is that trip? 4 hours?
Just about.
Motherfucker spent half of his. Did they pay for the gas?
They pay for my gas. They pay. Well, they pay for the mileage. It's for the mileage.
Nah,
they pay for the mileage and for your tolls.
Wow, that's so generous of them.
And my boss paid for my hotel.
But that's bare necessities.
Bare necessities, but
the simple bare necessities.
One good thing that came out, I got to see one of my boys.
Oh,
that I went to school with.
Who?
Tom.
Okay, so Tom's from Boston?
No, he's from Long Island, but now recently got a job in Boston.
So he moved to Boston.
Yes.
So that's why you're going now this Thursday.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So me,
Tifty,
my other boy Mike, we're gonna go see him.
Tifty. No, but like the real.
It was
reason...
like a last minute thing. But
no,
the plan was made like yesterday.
I can't believe Vito's not going. Shout out to Vito. Hopefully he gets on the podcast soon. Yeah. He watches regular viewer. We'll see if I don't even know how many subscribers, bro. I keep saying this like I go to post more, but like it's difficult because a lot of the people I want to get on the podcast
or like busy
are in this. No, they're in the city, and they're not gonna drive. Like for example, right? I want to do one with Natalia eventually. I've reached out and asked Nina. You remember Nina Looters? She's like a fucking bass player now.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I saw that she was like she performed her at her first live show, I think.
Recently, yeah. I saw that on TikTok, right? You talking about the TikTok? Yeah, so she was just for context, really smart girl that went to Cornell for I don't know what the fuck she majored in, but now she's like pursuing her passion, which is dope in like garage. I think it's like garage rock. And she plays like the bass, and she picked it up late as shit in life, which is crazy because most of the time, like you pick up an instrument like that, like a guitar, piano, violin, whatever it is, whatever instrument late in life, unless it's a triangle because that's just mad easy. You're not gonna learn. I mean, it's just like a thing, but you're not gonna learn it too well. And she picked up the bass literally like a year and a half ago, and now she's like show ready, like she's playing shows. Yeah, it's crazy. Nuts. So, but she lives in Brooklyn, and her ass is not going to drive all the way. Like, I don't expect her to drive all the way up here. And I'm not balling.
I mean, it's like an hour? A little over an hour?
Yeah, but it's if you think about it, it's an hour to come up, right? Then you record a podcast, so that's like an hour and a half. And then go back the same day. Yeah. And if you're drinking too, like to loosen up like the nerves or whatever it is,
drive back on that.
That's OD. Yeah. And but hopefully the day I move, I'll set up a little makeshift studio or whatever in my 20 square foot studio where the toilet is the shower and the kitchen sink.
Paying a solid is in the minimum $5,000 a month.
Yeah, $5,000 for cockroaches den. That's how New York City is.
Yeah, fucking big ass rats.
Yo, the balls on these landlords to be charging that much for you to then just go live there, and then anytime you want to go anywhere in the city, you get pushed in the fucking into the
absolute audacity
of
these people.
Nah, but one of the things we wanted to talk about for real. This is the main. We got so much to unpack.
I think this is like the main topic.
Yeah. Why don't you go? I'm just gonna set it up, then you tell the story. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna set it up. Yeah. So a couple. At this point, I think it was like a month ago, maybe.
When was it? It was in July. It was in July.
So it was like a month and some change ago.
Yeah.
Him and I, as has been covered on this podcast before, massive Weeknd fans. Abel Tesfaye. We love that man, okay?
Yep.
Admires music greatly. We find out that this dude is playing at MetLife. First of all, he was supposed to perform at Mohegan Sun, the casino up in Connecticut. Shout out to you, Mohegan. Love you. It's cool. We're going to be going there we're going to have like a whole crazy banger weekend, but I got to stay on point. Long story short, Homeboy was supposed to perform there. We were supposed to get tickets to go there. He cancels that because he's like, oh, I'm too big now. I'm going to only do arenas.
Man rents out massive stadiums.
Like we're talking MSG. No.
Did he do MSG?
No. MetLife, like Gillette Stadium, like football arenas.
The Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta.
Yes. Yeah. You're right.
Wait, that's the one that Kanye was like. He was like sleeping.
What?
For like Remember how he like postponed his album like so many times?
No.
You didn't know about that?
No.
He like it was kind of It was like an album release show. So, like artists to do like their album release like the night of.
And all he did was just play the music?
He did not not one, not two, but three fucking album release shows. Yeah. One was in Chicago. One was in Atlanta.
Are you saying that's shitty?
No, I'm just saying like how extra and crazy that is.
So do they not?
Because usually artists do like one release party.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, all right, that makes sense.
Posty did it. He did like the night of his release, album release. He did one. I don't know where it was, but
yeah,
probably in Cali.
Yeah,
but he just did one. Most artists do one
for the 12 karat toothache, the one that just came out. Okay,
this motherfucker Kanye did three.
He's extra. I mean, he literally thinks he's God or some shit. So like, motherfucker's crazy. Anyways,
back to the main topic.
Setting up so I gotta finish setting this up. So he's playing arenas. We find out he's playing at MetLife Stadium, which is like a hop, skip, and a jump away from us, right? So we're like, bro, this was such a last minute thing. We planned it literally within like a day or 2 days before the concert. We bought the tickets. Yeah. So it was really last minute. We end up fucking going. We get the tickets. Take it away.
So the day of, we're driving, right? How far is it, like an hour away?
Without traffic. Without traffic, it's like 35 fucking minutes. Okay. Why don't you...
Okay. So we get there. We're about to like... We enter like the main area of like right before the parking lot. The main parking lot's to like park in. And
the surrounding area.
Of
the stadium.
The fucking line of cars that were outside. Ridiculous.
Dude, he's not, like, we're talking...
I'm trying to remember like everything that went down that day because that was so bad.
It was crazy.
The wait. We were in the car for like 2 hours.
Literally, we were in the car idling, like just sitting in the car.
We lost
OD gas.
Almost half a tank.
Oh, for whoever the fuck designed whoever the urban planner was around MetLife, that surrounding area, the Meadowlands or whatever, Meadowlands.
He better been fired by now.
I hope he's...
Don't say it.
I hope he croaked. That old bastard. No. This motherfucker did a shit job. Yo, if you look at that area is not designed for a really large like influx of traffic. I guess no places, but like we were swamped. Literally all areas of the stadium like backed the fuck up traffic. People were getting out of their cars. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
And they were walking to the stadium like a mile and a half out because they were like, this fucking line.
And that alone, from where people were started walking, at least like a 30-minute walk.
Oh yeah.
I feel like there were cars like there was traffic like around the exit. Remember like when we were coming in, like the exit to get in, when we made that like loop around.
Oh,
we had to get gas because the car was idling
for too long.
So we had to go get gas. We came back and we were like on the exit to get in for like I couldn't remember.
35
it was
40
like
minutes.
30-40 minutes and we're like, and you were telling Hannah and I
like just
go
get out, hop because the fence to the like the outermost edge of the we were on, oh my god, this is so we were on a highway outside of MetLife Stadium. There's literally like an expressway that runs like right by it.
Yeah.
But like far from it, like the edge of the highway or the exit lanes for the highway exit into the parking lot area. So right next to the highway, there's the fucking first outermost parking lot, right? With like a really tall fence. You saw people, we were literally in that line to get in after we got gas. We're sitting in line and we are literally not fucking moving. It is bumper to bumper traffic. We're just sitting there wasting fucking fossil fuels. Joe Biden would have been pissed. We're sitting there wasting gas. And you see people get out of their cars, walk over to the fence, and then jump the fence to then.
Do you remember that group of three?
Yeah.
That guy who like tried to. He was fine. He hopped the fence, right?
Yeah.
But the girl, I was
worried,
so anxious.
She was gonna eat shit. She looked like she was gonna eat shit.
She looked like she was trying to make an attempt
because she was on the thicker end, but not with 2 C's, with like a K, maybe 4 Ks. She went 4K resolution, caught in 4K. She was not getting over that fence. Like
that was pretty good.
I don't know what she was thinking. Like she might have been in like the over like $2.50 in terms of like weight. Okay, which is like no shame, whatever. But if you're trying to hop an 8-foot high fence and you weigh that much, and by the way, girlie was like 5'2", She was a meatball.
You have to have some crazy hops
to
be able to pull that off.
Super jumping shoes. This bitch was not getting over the fence, and she tried it anyways. Almost. This is why we were anxious. I wasn't really watching because I was trying to see if I could get out to.
So whatever. We don't let anyone, kind of cut us off because they're OD cars trying to cut in front of us, and
it was crazy. Ridiculous. And then the amount of girls that were walking out. I don't know. Okay, so this is another thing I wanted to touch up on. At a concert, I find it really funny that when someone like The Weeknd performs,
the choice of style,
was again, no shame, but.
People don't care. They just
got like girls going up with their left titty hanging out, nipples flying, areolas,
fishnets,
legitimate fishnet dresses.
That's crazy.
It was crazy, and I don't know what they're thinking because it's okay, you're going there because I get it. The Weeknd's music is pretty erotic, but are you going there to try to get his attention? These motherfuckers are in the nosebleeds with us. You think he's gonna take out his binoculars and see?
He's gonna be let me take my telescope out real quick. Let me scope this chick out.
So I don't know what I would if I was a woman, I wouldn't do that, and not because it's not self-respecting, whatever. That's not even the main reason why is because that shit don't look comfortable.
Yeah.
Why would I go and dress like that if there's no shot of I'm not gonna hook up with someone at the concert. The Weeknd's not gonna fucking see me.
Yeah,
I'm
what
all
are you
the way
trying
in
to
the
prove?
nosebleeds. I don't know.
But
maybe controversial opinion, but so go ahead. Sorry, continue. I digress. Continue for the people.
We get into the stadium at a reasonable time actually before he starts performing. Surprisingly, and we get up to our section. We're ordering food, and then you're ordering drinks.
Yeah.
Well, first we go to find where our seat is. Seats are.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, well, we know where our seats are. We're going to go back and then order the food and then get the drinks. And then once we get the food, we start walking back towards the section and you're I don't remember you coming back with me the initial time. No, I think you stayed behind to get the drinks.
Yeah. I stayed behind to get the drink. The lines on these convenience stands were fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Legit. They were insane.
The second, it was people were just everywhere too.
Yeah.
There was literally one dispenser on the side with ketchup, mustard, and all that stuff. There were puddles of ketchup and mustard on the floor. I'm like,
what type of barbarians?
I best not step on any of this right now.
Gonna be tight.
So I think when you and I separate, I go back to towards our seats, our section. That's when the lights start they dim down and everyone starts getting really loud.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But where's the brand? Brand's gonna come right now. I hope that line's getting shorter by the second. I'm I started getting really anxious and I turn around, I go back and start looking for you. Your line did not move at all.
Not a single person.
And I was like, all right. And you told me to go, when I went towards you, you told me to go back. So I went back and it was so dark that I couldn't, it was, the stairs are so steep.
They're dumb steep.
I started walking up. I just can't see anyone. I couldn't recognize anyone.
You're where the fuck?
I was trying to scope out Hannah because she was the only one sitting down in our seats. So I was like, I'm trying to scope her out. No luck. I go back down. I go back towards you again. I'm and you're like, yo, what are you doing? Go back to your section. I'm like, I don't know. And I go back again. I make a second attempt.
You finally got it.
No.
What do you mean?
I went up again and I was everyone's sitting down and I feel everyone's staring at me when I was going up.
What the fuck does it matter? You gotta get to your seat.
But that doesn't even matter because I still couldn't see shit.
Oh my god.
So I went back down and I waited by the main the glass barrier.
Yeah.
Before you go up the stairs.
The exit in the entrance into the seating area. So you come out and you're looking at the stage and then you could turn back around to go up the stairs.
So I waited there with the food tray in my hand. Oh my god. And I was and that's when the song started. No, it wasn't that. The trailer for his new show that's coming out.
Oh yeah.
The Idol?
The Idol, yeah.
So that started playing. I was starting to freak out. Okay, this trailers are usually a minute or two long.
You got a minute to book it to your seat.
And I looked back behind me every 2 seconds. Where is this guy?
I was not coming.
I was gonna miss out. And then the first song that starts playing,
bro,
is our favorite song from his latest album, on FM, which is called
Gasoline. Yo, Gasoline's a fire song.
Yeah, and when I started playing, I was like, ain't no way this man's about to miss this song right now.
Bro, my girlfriend wanted like a drink, right? So I wanted to, because so my girlfriend wanted a drink because obviously you want to feel a little some when you're trying to watch like a live performance. That shit's dope, right? It's riveting. So I was like, I'll just get you like a cocktail or something at like a beer thing, of course, because they want to make it fucking difficult. The stands that sell beer, we don't sell anything else. You have to go to the other one. And the other one's like 45 people deep. So that's the line that he was talking about. That I'm sitting there like a fucking idiot. I'm like this, staring at the goddamn, like, bartenders. They're not moving at all. There's no hustle. They're smiling, talking. I'm like, what the fuck are the people up there smiling and talking about? The show's about to start. You want to miss this guy's performance? Like.
And now they're out there like treating like some like, you know, a normal day.
Yeah, like they're like sightseeing and shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at? It's a dumbass like MetLife Stadium concession stand.
So many people paid at least $200, $200, $500 at least for their tickets.
Minimum. And these motherfuckers are having a conversation with the staff. I get being like polite, jovial, whatever, but we don't got time for that. I'm sitting there in line trying to get my girl her drink. We're waiting in line, and all of a sudden, like, I'm getting text messages. They're like, come. My girlfriend's like, forget the drink. And she actually was not pressuring me to get the drink. I just wanted her to have a really good time.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just stay, whatever. Because I didn't expect the fucking first song to be Gasoline. Then all of a sudden I hear, doom, doom, doom.
Did you hear that outside?
Yeah. No, it was stupid loud. And then the second it started playing, I'm like,
your heart must have dropped.
I was pissed, and the only person I could focus on to kind of like funnel my rage into this person was the fucking bartender who was just taking years. He was like, you know, like he's talking. I'm like, bro,
no, they don't care.
I need my drink right now, and I paid like $22 for a fucking airplane sized thing of like Bacardi, and then
was it a straight up shot?
Yeah, no, it wasn't a shot. It was like the little cocktail airline bottle. You know, like the little,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So the little airline bottle, $25 for that shit with like a little mixer for a Moscow Mule or a mojito, whatever the fuck it was. I'm like, you have to be yanking my cock right now. Like, what the fuck is this? This is a ripoff. But I'm like, whatever. I don't care. I get it. I go back. I sit down. First person I lock eyes with is you.
Yeah. I like put my hand up.
Yeah.
And I was like.
He goes, because we kind of, it's like when you know someone for so long, you could kind of communicate without words. We shared a glance and we were like, the first song you missed was Gasoline.
Yeah.
And I was like, bitch, baby, no.
I was so pissed because like, I don't know. And then the show started, it was continued from there. And what else happened? The very next big issue.
Oh my God.
Were these two individuals.
I made a TikTok.
No, actually, no. Before I get to that, I want to talk about myself for a second.
All right, go ahead.
What I had to deal with first. And I think the better part is yours. So I started walking in. I felt bad for making everyone stand up. So I was walking through towards the seat. And the girl that was supposed to be on my left side, she had a handbag. She had a jacket. A big ass jacket. I don't know what the fuck are you doing.
Like hold on, like a winter puffer?
Not a winter puffer, but it was like a thick thermal jacket.
It was July.
Yeah.
It was 80 degrees
like
out.
Minimum 80 degrees. It was humid too. And I walked there. I stand there for like 5 seconds for her to realize, oh yeah, maybe I should move my stuff out of the way.
Do you mean the girl at the beginning of the aisle?
No, the one right next to me.
So you were already walking in.
I was walking in. And
so you're doing the shimmy like the little... Oh,
sorry.
That thing?
Yeah, like sorry about that and all that. I make it to the seat. I'm about to sit down and she doesn't do anything.
She's looking at you like this?
No, she doesn't even look at me. I'm like... And I can't believe I had to ask her, like, excuse me, do you mind moving your purse and your jacket? That's when she started moving it. And she took a whole year.
How old was she?
She was like pretty young.
She's fucking stupid.
Our age.
Oh, she's
probably.
Fucking stupid then. Because you only have an excuse to be like that if you're dumb old or like a babe, like a fetus.
Yeah.
Like an embryo we're talking about. Like You're past the age of 9. You can't be doing that shit. Oh, mommy, I didn't know I was supposed to move my jacket. Like, you can't do that.
This girl took so long. Like, how are you gonna put your stuff like? Oh my god. Now I was so pissed because like she took so long to take her stuff out of the seat.
They just
and then
don't
I could sit down.
You just don't have like social. They don't have social awareness and etiquette. That's the problem.
So bad.
That's the problem.
And then as the show went on, every time she stood up, her purse was on her right side, with like the long satchel. It was like a long satchel. She made one little movement, that purse slapped me in the face. The shoulder and my left cheek.
Wait, hold up. You didn't fucking say this.
And I was just like, I was just sitting there like, ain't no way this girl's not even aware that her purse is making contact with something to her right. She didn't even bat an eye.
Wait.
You know what messed up that is?
Oh, wait, it fully smacked you in your face?
Not smacked, but like her purse was swinging.
Like that?
Yeah.
That's a smack, bro.
It was hitting my shoulder too. Like,
yo, how many times?
Dude, it was
like
at least half of the show.
Oh, wait. I thought this was a one-time occurrence. No, you're telling me throughout the show you're sitting there and you're just getting bombarded with fucking
No, and then I had to tell her,
hits?
like, I gave her a look. I'm like, and then she kind of like went, like, stood away for a bit. And then it was fine. But it was just like...
Oh, because she was standing. Okay.
She was standing,
This is part of the problem that we were going to...
And I felt... And this is about to transition into your issue. I felt weird, like, standing because, like, I wanted the two of you to stand as well. Because I just felt weird, like, all right,
like, you don't want to
like stand. My homies are like to my right.
You don't want to be the one person standing.
Yeah, and it felt weird. Not gonna lie,
100%.
Like I was bobbing my head and all that stuff, but didn't feel like I wasn't. I could have enjoyed myself more.
This was your first concert too.
I mean, it was,
but
I'm not saying it was a bad experience.
It was a shit experience. It was a bad experience.
It was
his
cool.
Performance was great. It was a bad experience though.
Just the concert goers were. You know, a little.
They were rats.
Inconsiderate.
They were rats. I gotta let me check if this is still recording so I can continue into the next. Yep, we're good.
Still recording?
Yeah. So, let me. I'm adamant now. Now you got me hyped up. Now.
So here we get into your situation.
So, okay. So first of all, I want to just unpack a little bit of what you just said. So it's his first concert. I feel really shitty because we didn't do. This is like one of the only concerts that I've actually gone to, like that I've paid for. Because that sounds so entitled. So let me explain. So the reason why we like the Mohegan Sun is because my dad's Asian. So you know the Asians, they love to fucking gamble, right? That's a casino. So when you go there frequently enough, you get like perks. So sometimes you'll get like random invitations to concerts and stuff like that. Every time he has, we've lucked out where like we've gone to see Harry Styles, Justin Timberlake for like raffles, like giveaways, wins and stuff like that. So I've gone to those concerts and I don't have to worry about like the design of the arena in that casino because it seats like 20,000, so it's actually pretty big.
Wow.
It's like you don't have to worry about like that type of issue. Like a stadium is really steep. It's not that steep in the Mohegan, which I really like.
Compared to MetLife.
Yeah, MetLife is like a fucking like you're scaling like fucking Everest. Like it makes no sense.
Yeah.
So I feel bad because I didn't know like. We waited, first of all, 2 days. Don't ever do that. Don't wait 2 days before the concert starts to buy your tickets. And if you are, like, invested, like, this is a person that we consider on our Mount Rushmore of favorite artists. Like, top four, probably top 3 even, for both of us. We adore this man's work. We should not have we should have planned ahead better, A. And B, if you are going, prepare to go balls deep. Like, spend the money for the experience. Because it's lackluster to spend... Oh, I'm not gonna spend like $400. I'll just spend $170, which is still a fuck ton. It's half for a shit experience. Versus at $400, $500, yeah, you're paying a lot more, but that shit is like you're breathing his sweat, like you're right in his face. Yeah. You get like the full experience, right? Whatever. So we got next time we do a concert, we're gonna do it right.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry because I suggested this. I fucked up.
There's nothing to be sorry for because this was like it wasn't that bad considering it was a last minute plan.
It was horrible.
We got the tickets like 2 days before.
2 days, yeah.
It wasn't bad.
It was bad.
It wasn't bad, but all right, continue.
Yeah, and the thing that okay, so now moving on to the the issue that I had faced, right? So
we gotta talk about the setup of the stage and everything, like how everything, like our view.
The stage is like, it's amazing. On his new tour, he has like a cityscape, like a skyline
of like buildings, skyscrapers.
Yeah, on the very back of the set, right? And then it's like a skinny, basically like one aisle, like a skinny walkway, like a catwalk, almost like a catwalk that goes straight onto like another side of the stage, and the other side of the stage is like a circle, and then right above it there's like a floating like red moon. It's crazy. I don't know. So it's insane. We're in the fucking nosebleeds, all right? So we paid, again, we keep saying this, but 2 days before we got the tickets, we paid like, we cheaped out. We got the nosebleed section tickets. So I'm expecting when we're up there, okay, it's pretty high up. It's kind of dangerous to be standing and like jumping and dancing. Like, you take one tumble, you're fucked. Like,
it's over. It's done. It's done. Over. Can't do anything.
We're like well over 8 stories into the air. Like, we're high up. All right, my nose is bleeding, full altitude sickness, and I'm expecting people to just sit, have a good time, and be like polite. Mm-hmm. The 2 bitches in front of us, in front of me and Hannah, because the way we had seated,
they're more in front of you guys.
Yeah, it was like Vishal, Hannah, my girlfriend, and then me right next to her.
I got blessed with some
respectful fucking people in front of you.
Some chill dude. He was vibing, all that stuff. I was like, God, this man's chilling.
But he didn't stand.
He stood up like one time.
Yeah,
and he was sitting down the rest of the time.
These two bitches in front of me and me and my girlfriend, they stood the entire I'm not even no kizzy.
I think at least 90% of the show.
A
good amount.
It was. I only got one song where they weren't in my fucking face, like where I couldn't smell this bitch's like herbal essences shampoo in her fucking hair. Okay, like it was literally. What was that song? I think it was Out of Time. And I love that song, so I kind of lucked out. I was like, Out of Time. So I was like, all right, bet. But because they went to go take a piss or something. They were standing, okay? They stand up the second he starts playing. Like, he played one song when we got there initially. We sit down, he played one song, and they didn't stand. All of a sudden, next thing you know, the next song plays, and they're like, eh. They get up, and I'm like, I can't see diddly
you had to peek through, like,
the fucking gaps
between their heads.
Yeah.
The big ass heads.
I can't see shit. And because the way the stage is, he fucking, like, the other end of that catwalk was closer to us, like where the moon was, right? He walked, most of the time he was performing, he was on the moon side of the stage.
The moon side of it. So you can't really see.
Because it's closer to us, so it's farther, it's like a steeper angle down, and they're standing. It's not like he was on the far, like, where it wouldn't matter. He was right, like, they were perfectly blocking the view. And I had to watch the majority of the concert through monitors. Now, I know some of you people out there are probably like, Brandon, why didn't you just stand? I am 6'4", and I'd like to think my parents did a pretty good job of raising me. Mm-hmm. Us.
Yep.
The people behind me, I turned around multiple times. I was like this. Everyone behind me, all the fucking way up.
Sitting down.
Sitting the fuck down. I'm not going to be that asshole where I'm like, okay, stand up. All fucking 6'4", my husky ass.
You would have ruined it for
the whole fucking
everyone behind you.
The whole aisle behind me. So all these fucking people would have had to stand up. I'm like, the buck stops here. I'm not about to be like these 2 bitches standing up and blocking and ruining the whole show. And on top of that, like, I think if I would have stood up, the people behind me, like, even if they stood up, I don't know if they would have been able to see them.
They would not have.
So I was like, I don't want to be like that. Like, that's super shitty to do. And I'm over here thinking like, yo. Like, besides the danger aspect of it, I would expect, like, everybody in this bitch whose nose is bleeding, same as ours. We got, like, oxygen deficiency because that's how fucking high up in the Himalayas we were.
Up there. We were really up there.
We were up there. No Post. That's a Post Malone song, by the way. That's pretty good. Anyways, so
that's pretty good.
We're all the way up there, and I'm expecting, like, yo, we're all in this together. Yeah. A lot of music references, like, we're all broke. Like, we're gonna be respectful with each other's fucking use of money here. Mm-hmm. No.
The sheer disrespect of the people around us.
Insanity.
You know, I get it. Like, that's fine if you need to sit down for the whole show. Like, if you got your knees hurt or whatever. You got weak legs.
You got a problem, yeah.
You got some issues, but that's fine. But if you're in front. Even if you're like 5 feet tall. Why
is your little Oompa Loompa ass standing up?
why do two people that short gotta ruin it?
They were literally so small. All right, they were part of the Lollipop Guild.
And then when you put,
oh, I forgot to mention. I forgot to mention. I asked them to sit down.
That's what I was about to get into.
Okay, yeah.
This man, he wasn't rude about it. He politely asked them, would you guys mind sitting down? Because if I stand up, no one else behind me can see. What do they do?
Bro, first of all, they were in front of me, and I'm like literally like this far from the back of their head. Okay, I leaned forward and I was like, "Excuse me," nothing. Then I'm like, I don't want to scream into the mic, but I'm like, excuse me, like that. Nothing. Not even one rotation.
You tapped the girl on the shoulder, right?
Yeah. So I had to. I wasn't like a dick. I didn't like. I just went. I went like that.
Nice little tap.
Gentle. Yeah. Little hey, you okay action from CPR class in high school. I was like, hey.
Yeah.
I was like right on the trap, right on the collarbone. Mm-hmm. I'm like, excuse me. Do you guys mind sitting down? This is exactly what I said. I was like, do you guys mind sitting down? Because like I'm pretty tall and I don't want to stand up to block the people behind me. This bitch looked at me with the stankiest face I've ever received in my life.
Did they even nod their heads or they just turn their heads
back? Nah, they just turn back around. She goes, I'm like, she turns around and she's like, she's like this, like a fucking
and I
dog.
think she leaned into like her friend's ear.
Yeah. Then I'm like, do you mind?
Shit.
I say that and then she goes, like this, like look at me. And then she goes, whisper some shit. And then they just sit down. I'm like, bet.
Not even like not even a minute later.
Like he got through one verse of his song, the song he was performing, and these bitches popped right the fuck back up.
Oh my god!
It got me so I'm telling you, people really lack courtesy.
Entitled ass bitches.
And I made a TikTok about this. It didn't get as much attention as it deserved. The only reason I'm saying that is because I wanted people to be like validate my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I was expecting, you always get those people, oh, it's a concert, you should do whatever you want. But then I feel like most of society is like, they're like, you know what, bro, you kind of right. Like, you shouldn't be fucking up other people's experiences. Nah. Nothing. I didn't get shit.
You mean, like, there's ways you can be selfish. But in this scenario, you can't do that.
Did you go to the bathroom in MetLife, by the way?
One time.
Were you scarred? It was like the Vietnam of public facilities.
That's the most amount of people I've ever encountered. That's the most amount of stalls I've seen occupied.
The amount of stench
it was crazy.
Of urea in the air.
Have you seen, I mean, I don't know about this concert, but...
And ammonia.
Too, but there's one concert where like the girls were like going to like the men's bathroom. There was like a whole line.
It was this day?
No, I think it was some other concert. But
online you saw it?
I think I saw on like Twitter or something, and I think the girls' bathroom was so like it was just everyone was using the stall in there, and they started going to the boys' men's bathroom, and it was just like, how does that make sense?
We need more toilets.
Was that the only bathroom on that floor?
Nah.
Like, was that it?
Nah.
I mean, I'm sure each like floor has like
multiple,
bathrooms.
Yeah, because it's a ring, so there's
so it has
multiple
to be one on
bathrooms.
One side and
no,
one
there's
exact.
multiple bathrooms along the ring, but some of them were closed because you remember how when we first got up, we entered the stage or the MetLife Stadium on the end of the stadium where the back of his stage was.
Yeah.
So everything was closed. Mm-hmm. Because there's like, there's no one's going to be sitting in these sections, so we'll just close everything off. The bathroom included.
Yeah.
And then the more we got to the other side of the stadium where like people were sitting, that's when everything was opened up. But it was because all those bathrooms were closed off in like a quarter of the stadium.
Everyone migrated towards
to that. And you had those were some delinquents.
The stench that was in those bathrooms.
It was like everybody ate asparagus before like as a pregame.
Yeah.
Like this.
Like take one person taking a piss, multiply that by like 100.
It was fucking grody.
The stench factor.
It was grody.
Insane.
I learned my lesson though. I definitely won't stinge out. I'm going to see Posty in October for as my birthday present.
Is it his actual like album tour, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I looked up like a supposed set list, and it's like It's a good mix. It's a really good mix.
Like
there's
all the
shit
albums.
from all of his albums. So
good.
it's fire. It's in Madison Square Garden.
Oh, that's gonna be good. I was gonna say like Governor's Ball is like, I don't know how I feel about going to like a concert where people are just like all in each other's faces and like mosh. I mean, I don't post these concerts are like, it's like a mix. Some songs like, there will be a mosh pit.
I don't think there was a mosh pit when I went to Governor's Ball. That's where I first saw him. That's the only time I've ever seen him.
Yeah.
There wasn't any mosh pit. It is fun for like if you're a single young person, guy or girl, I think it's super fun to go to those because the vibe is like you're wearing like fun clothing,
like clothing, like it's
revealing.
Yeah.
But in like a tasteful way, in a way that's appropriate for obviously like, I mean, if you're some geezer from like born in 1910, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness. But like,
got your trousers on, you got your
like the fucking
what are those long johns?
What are those suspenders?
Suspenders, yeah.
You got that shit. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Like it's very youthful.
Yeah.
And it's fun to go to. So I think you should give it a try, but not for your next concert experience. We got to find, like, if Drake ever comes to the 646, that's one of the area codes in New York, whatever the Manhattan area code is. We buy the ticket a year in advance.
Yeah. They are cheaper if you buy them earlier, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then as time goes on, like, as it gets closer, it increases, and you'll have people that, like, take them and then resell them, which is such a shit thing.
Scalp tickets.
These bum ass motherfuckers.
You know whose concert I won't go to?
Is it Travis Scott's because you don't want to die?
Yeah. You know how like crazy that is?
Is it actually Travis Scott?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I thought that was a joke. That's actually who you wouldn't go to?
The concerts look insane. Like whenever I watch like YouTube videos of them, they look crazy. Like if I was there, I'll go crazy. But like I don't want to fucking die. I don't want to suffocate. When I think it was around when Drake came on near the end,
like a light.
Everyone started pushing from behind, and it was like a wave. Just like everyone's just like ass on ass.
Someone definitely got pregnant during that push.
It was crazy.
Someone definitely got penetrated and impregnated on that push.
No, imagine like you're being summoned by the devil, and like you're just getting like trapped or some shit.
This dude he's pretty much like a Satan worshiper, low key, right? Like that's what people say.
I don't know. There's a lot of shit out there.
Conspiracy
about that.
theories.
Yeah, conspiracy theories. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Wait, talking about conspiracy. This is so tangential. I mean, we're gonna have to start wrapping up the episode because we got stuff to do, but. You remember how like Drake said he put hot sauce in his condom
to like kill his nut? Yeah.
Okay, that's hilarious, but you know that works?
Does it actually? I
saw a TikTok of like some scientist or whatever, and he had like, for whatever reason, it's not a he. I don't know if it's a he or she or they, them, whatever.
So
the account is just like a science account, and they put like a pipette, whatever the fuck that thing's called. Drop of nut on a fucking glass to look under a microscope so you could see them swimming. Then he took Frank's red hot sauce. Okay. Drops like 2 drops. And then drops like 2 drops of nut. So it's maybe 3. So it's 3 to 2 parts nut to hot sauce ratio. It seems to be the magic point. And then he mixes it. Okay.
And all the sperm.
And then he zooms in. Not a single motherfucker was swimming. Not a single motherfucker.
All dead.
All dead.
Did he marinate the outside of the condom? Or is it the inside?
It has to be the inside. I mean...
Wouldn't your dick burn?
Like
crazy?
No, I think what it was is... I think he nutted. And then after he nutted, he then took off the condom and then put hot sauce so that like... Because you know some crazy bitches... If there's like a dude that's mad famous and they're just trying to like, secure the bag.
Yeah.
After the dude is done, they'll like fish out the condom and then
you put that shit
in so that they artificially inseminate themselves basically via a very manual and involved process way. So like he did that to just kill a swimmer so that they could do that all the way. First of all, if they do that, They try to do that, and then their pussy's gonna be burning
for days probably. I'm no expert in that field, but
oh my God, sure that sounds so fucking painful.
If we like for guys, if a little tiny ounce speck of hot sauce
gets on your dick hole,
I cry.
Oh,
I cry for days.
100%.
I don't think I could sleep.
100%. How? Your dick's burning off. It's burning off.
It feels like it's being incinerated by the second.
You ever jerk off with soap?
I have before.
Okay.
Once.
Remember when after you nut and you pee? The burn that comes from soap.
It's soap.
Imagine Sriracha Frank's Red Hot Sauce.
With the Scoville level of...
like 50K.
50K, yeah. Forget about it.
I think I'd go to the doctors and just ask for an amputation and get a biomechanical penis.
Shock the dick off.
You gotta just get rid of the whole glizzy. Get rid of the whole. Return the glizzy.
Brand new glizzy.
Brand new glizzy. Got no keys.
No.
Yes, please. There's a lot of musical jokes in this episode, huh? Oh, D.
Oh, God.
Oh, well, God. Bro, have a good time in Boston.
I appreciate it.
You're gonna have to come back and tell some stories.
Oh, I have plenty.
Wait, when are you coming back from Boston?
Well, I'm leaving Thursday night and I'm coming back Saturday afternoon. So I think we're staying at a hotel.
So the real please tell me it's a better hotel than the one we stayed at for your birthday.
Well, we didn't really decide yet. Probably gonna book it soon, but I know it's
Tuesday.
I think my boy already booked it, but I'll have to talk to him. But I'm sure it'll be better. Because
you know what happened the last time? We waited last minute. We booked a hotel for your birthday. And it was shit.
That's a whole story on its own. That's a whole story on its own.
Oh my God. Did we save that for another podcast? We gotta save that for another day.
But that was...
crazy.
That was ridiculous.
Crazy.
The walls...
there were nut stains. Like blood on the land. It was fucking...
We gotta say this for the next one.
Oh my God. It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, so I'm going Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with my friend Mike up there, and then might take edibles.
Really?
I'm a little nervous.
Are you fucking crazy?
I think probably not Thursday, but probably Friday.
Oh, you're gonna get hit so fucking hard.
But I'm gonna take like a small.
What's like the delivery? Like, what is it gonna like a brownie?
I'm not sure yet.
Because you know it's legal over there in Massachusetts.
It is, yeah.
So we're not breaking any laws.
I'm taking like a very small amount. Because some of the times I've taken edibles, it messed me up.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Shit's scary.
But I want to take enough that's like...
you feel it.
Like a nice body high.
Yeah.
Now where I'm like on the bathroom floor. Like
seizing?
Looking at the fucking sky. I'm waiting for like when is this gonna end. Like it's scary.
Yeah, of course. But why don't you you gotta send snaps. So the night of main partying is gonna be Friday night, right?
Probably Friday night.
Okay.
It's probably gonna be like low key though.
You might meet you a nice Boston girl. Take a ride in a car.
I mean,
give her your Indian
get
tea.
some coffee. But it's very nice though. Like when I went to Boston for the first time back in February, I was like, yo, this city be clean.
Not
way cleaner than New York City. And then you know I was telling you like, I want to live in the city eventually, New York City. When I drove into Boston, I took it all back.
You'd like to move to Boston?
I don't know about Boston, but somewhere that's like clean.
I hope I really hope New York gets their shit together. It has to. You can't be the mecca of the Northeast and be like a shit sty.
It's like I don't know. The rats be humongous, terrorizing the friend communities. Like
what? Wait, the rats like master splinters in the
master
subway?
Splinter. Yeah, they're taking over the whole city, bro.
It's not even that. It's just like the trash. I feel like there's OD trash. Like people litter so much that they don't take care of their city.
There's no maintenance.
It's ridiculous. Like I've never littered before. I mean, unless you count spitting gum out your car, but like that's biodegradable.
That's different, yeah. Is it?
I think yeah. No, gum.
Oh, chewing gum.
Yeah, because it has from the fucking tree.
It does
the gum tree or whatever. Yeah. So I think it's biodegradable. But fuck, dude, like New Yorkers, man.
It's bad. It's in a bad state, but hopefully, in a year or two we'll get better.
No, it's gonna take like 10 years. It's gonna take some huge reform. Get this mayor. Like from what I've seen, bro, this dude don't give a shit. Like from what I've seen,
he don't give a damn.
I don't want to talk about politics. I'm not a political person, but from the TikTok clips that I've seen, he's fucking crazy.
Jesus.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for coming through.
I think this is my fourth time.
You might be one of the most frequent guests on here. I'm
honored as always.
Glad to have you.
As usual.
I did a lot of the talking this time. I feel kind of bad, but it's all right.
It's all good.
All right, Vishy.
Low key.
Thank you, bro.
As always, thank you for having me.
Until next time. Oh shit! I forgot the outro.
What's the outro? we gotta remind me again.
Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, please be sure to subscribe. I will try to post more frequently. Mm-hmm. And yeah, talk to y'all later. Peace. Play the outro music. That's what it is. Snap up. Snap and point up. Play the outro. 3, 2, 1. Up. Vishal.
Up. Okay. Do it again.
3, 2, 1. There we go. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time. Peace.